The United States continues to lie its way through negotiations. Lie, lie, lie. Just take a look at this statement from J.D. Vance.
I think this comes from a legitimate misunderstanding. I think the Iranians thought that the ceasefire included Lebanon, and it just didn't. We never made that promise. We never indicated that was going to be the case. What we said is that the ceasefire would be focused on Iran, and the ceasefire would be focused on America's allies, both Israel and the Gulf Arab states.
J.D. Vance is talking about the ceasefire that Trump agreed to with Iran. He's pretending that it doesn't include Lebanon. He's like, no, it's just an honest mistake. They thought it included Lebanon. We didn't think it included Lebanon. That's why Israel attacked Lebanon. It's all something that we could work out. It's just a misunderstanding. This is complete bullshit. It's not even a clever lie. It's not even a good deception. All you have to do is go to Twitter and look at the statement that Pakistan put out. Pakistan was mediating the negotiations. They put out a statement announcing the ceasefire that explicitly said Lebanon is part of the ceasefire. And guess what? The United States signed off on the statement. So to say that this is just a misunderstanding, we had no idea, it's complete bullshit. It has no bearing, no grounding in reality. And it seems shocking. It seems insane that these people would just lie and lie and lie and do it on camera and do it with a straight face. But it's actually a very conscious decision. This is how Trump thinks about business. It's how he thinks about life. Do whatever you can to come out on top, to take advantage of the other person. And when you have that mentality, anytime someone sits down and they want to compromise, they want to listen, they want to work something out, you look at that as a sign of weakness. You look at that as something that you can twist and exploit and use to gain the upper hand. So this is a very intentional part of the administration's strategy. They're hoping that they can create enough confusion and use that to change the terms of a deal that they've already agreed to. And this isn't some aberration. We've seen this over and over. In fact, if you go back to the last set of negotiations between Iran and the United States, it was even worse. Iran was sitting down, willing to make some serious concessions on their nuclear program. They were going to agree to things that they hadn't agreed to in 40 years. The mediators were feeling good about the outcome. They said the talks were going really well. And what happened? In the middle of those discussions, Trump saw an opportunity. Let's bomb Iran and assassinate the Ayatollah. Think about that. You feel like you got some rapport, like you're working something out. And in the middle of those discussions, someone sucker punches you, undermines the negotiations, violates international law, and assassinates your leader. Again, this isn't surprising for Trump. This is just how the man rolls. It's a mixture of narcissism and entitlement. Do whatever you can to come out on top and fuck everyone else. Fuck the rest of the world. Now, the problem with this is it only works for so long. Because after a while, no one trusts you. No one wants to deal with you. Your word doesn't mean shit. And in fact, that's exactly what's happened. Iran has gotten to the point where they have zero confidence in negotiations with America. So their new strategy is, we are going to inflict as much pain on the United States as possible to make sure that this never happens again. We're going to take out the military bases. We're going to ramp up our attacks. We're going to close the Strait of Hormuz and squeeze the West, raise the price of oil, raise the price of gasoline, create enough economic pain where the next time someone wants to do something like this, they think, oh yeah, I don't want to go through that experience again. I don't want a population which is pissed off at me because of inflation. I don't want a bunch of businesses which are shut down. That's their strategy. They're much more hardline now than they were before this conflict. So Trump has backed himself into a corner. His options are escalate the war, which would be an economic disaster, or back down, which would be a humiliating defeat. In fact, it would be the worst strategic loss for the United States in modern history. And how's that going to feel for someone like Trump, who always wants to be a winner, always wants to come out on top? Right now, the administration is in a state of panic. They're lying, they're stalling, they're contradicting themselves. They're hoping to create enough confusion where something will change, where they can somehow massage the situation to their advantage. But it's not going to work. America doesn't have any credibility left. Trump overplayed his hand. So the question is, what happens now? Are we going to shift to a different model, one based on respect and mutual benefit? Or are we just going to double down and do more of the same? I want to hear your thoughts. Hit me up in the comments. And if you like the discussion, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Peace.